Alright. Lots of stories in there for you. De Jong transfer nearly done to Manchester United. It's coming to where we want it. And we're doing such content. We've been so much disappointed into this. I reached an extent when I don't want to do a deal concerning De Jong because I felt like it couldn't hold water anymore. The Manchester United board negotiating the deal had sucked out of the eagerness and happiness out of this deal in the FMU. And then we're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. For the third time in a row in 1 week, he has been offered to a team in the Champions League in there for you, that is Chelsea. And then we have another story of Erickson in there for you, and that's what we are going to do into this action-packed story in there for you. All our episodes are action-packed. Can we call them action-packed episodes, guys? This is Rock and David onto the Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Aradik. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video on this channel. I am action-packed in there for you. Very much happy. The Lord has done me good and I'm so much grateful for him, and everything that I have, it's because of the Lord. And it's a Sunday and I know most of you have gone to church, some have prayed from home, most of you do pray via online. Anywhere you pray from, it's okay. Muslims, it's always a Juma Karim on Friday, and you know each and every Friday I do say Juma Karim to Muslims in that way. So let's get straight into these stories. I have close to 4 stories that we're going to talk about, and this video might really be so much longer than expected, but this is what we do, and this is what we do. This is what you guys really want from us into this channel, because you subscribe to us because we give you the news that really make you feel like this is the right place to be. Now, United have missed out on a 22-year-old Netherlands international who goes by the name of Teriel Malacia, who has joined a side which goes by the name of Olympique Lyon. This deal has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. He has come out and said, deal completed for Teriel Malacia to join Olympique Marseille, so Olympique Lyon, as revealed yesterday. Full agreement between clubs for 15 million euros fee. Permanent deal from Feyenoord. 5-year deal agreed with Malacia. Here we go. Feyenoord are closing Ian Masten deal with Chelsea replacement in there for you. So this is what you get at Manchester United when you are as slow as a snail. United knew that they needed a new negotiator. What they did was to send away Ralf Rangnick. Sending away Ralf Rangnick turned everything around, because Ralf Rangnick is a negotiator and he knows negotiators who can really come in at Manchester United and get these deals done immediately. And deals to be effective, 90% of your transfer market or your transfer targets should be signed before the preseason. The preseason is starting tomorrow. Eriksen is going to be on Carrington or at Carrington without any new signing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Even United couldn't go in and get Ten Hag, a player he wanted, whose value was at 15 million euros. United couldn't. United couldn't. After God, fear United. After God, fear United. United couldn't go out there to bring a 15 million euro signing for Erik Ten Hag. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. And United couldn't offer it. So, United failing to offer such a deal for Erik Ten Hag raises lots of suspicions in there for you. And this boy has now signed for a side which goes by the names of Olympique Lyon. And it's rumored that United were in talks and they couldn't offer that money. Can you imagine? You get? Yet, if at all you bring in Malacia, that means you are selling off Alex Telles, of which Alex Telles can get you that money back, because Alex Telles can be sold at 15 million euros and you get your money back that you used to pay for Malacia, who was at a side which goes by the names of Feyenoord. But there is something I've known, that all the young players that are being linked to Manchester United, and they are Dutch, and they play at the national team, and they have high prospects of making it to the Dutch squad that's going to play in Qatar World Cup, are so much frightened by Louis van Gaal. Louis van Gaal planted a lot of fear in them from a player who goes by the Julian Timber. He told him that if at all you go to Manchester United, you have to be playing game in, game out. Can you imagine? And that's halted the deal of Julian Timber to Manchester United, yet everything had been agreed. Everything had been agreed. It was done. And I ask myself, why does Louis van Gaal have such a hate on Manchester United, yet Nathan Ake, who plays for Man City and rarely plays a game for Man City, is always into his squad? That's a question to Louis van Gaal. It's just hate. Hate that he has at Manchester United. He never liked the way they sent him out of Manchester United. He never liked how Ed Woodward and the entire board of Manchester United, with the Glazers inclusive, treated him at Manchester United. He never liked it at all. He never liked it at all. He never felt it, and it beat him a lot to see to it that he was sacked. Yet he told them that we need 3 years to build this project. Don't look at the trophies, and he told them that 2 years, don't ask me a Premier League. In the 3rd year, ask me a Premier League. But because United had just gotten out of that Sir Alex Ferguson era of winning, they sacked him and really brought in Jose Mourinho, thinking that Mourinho would come in and really make them win. Even Erik ten Hag, when Louis van Gaal was asked about Erik ten Hag going to Manchester United, he told him in the media that I wouldn't advise Erik ten Hag to go to Manchester United because Manchester United is not a football club. It's a brand. You get? He's okay on most of the things he say, but then the head couldn't reach the level of really stopping every player that is Dutch linked to Manchester United to come in and not play for Manchester United. You get? So Malacia, that's a deal that he really lost out, but United have been linked to that player for close to 1 month, but United couldn't close that deal down. Olympique Lyon came in through and got it done. 15 million euros, 5-year deal signed. Fabrizio Romano confirmed that as a here we go. So most of the players are being linked to are being taken away. Even Lisandro Martinez at Ajax, Arsenal is all over him. Arsenal is all over him. Is all over him, and they don't know what the board of United is doing. But thankfully enough, they've brought in a new negotiator who is really going to negotiate these deals so that United really gets through them, because Matt Judge has really caused United lots of losses and they don't trust him when it comes to negotiating these deals in there for you. Let's go to another story, big as it is, and I really want to let you know that it was an exclusive broken by David Austin and Daniel and Dan's, he calls himself Dan Sheldon, football news reporter covering Manchester City and Manchester United for Athletic in there for you. Then he came out and said, Toddy Boyle, you know, he's the new chairman or owner of Chelsea, met George Mendes in Portugal last week. Idea of Ronaldo to Chelsea among subjects discussed. Unclear if Chelsea will pursue. Man United expect him to stay. 37 years, loves Man United, but has concerns with. So, these stories of Ronaldo and being linked to a side which goes by the names of Chelsea came in yesterday, and we were all shocked. David Austin continued to say, although Ronaldo's affection for Manchester United is undoubted, he is thought to have concerns about United's lack of transfer activity for this summer, of which Ronaldo has appointed that. How can we reach at this level, having accomplished into the 6th position of the Premier League? Teams that are ahead of us are making advances, they are making signings to make their squads better, and United has not made even a single signing. They've let out very many. Paul Lebede Pogba, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, Nemanja Matic, Edson Cavani, Dean Henderson. Those are 6 players so far have left. You get? And very many other more are going to leave. But you have to ask yourself, what do you have to do to get this to a level of not getting nasty? Because you are letting out 6 players to go. You are bringing in 0. I really admit, United had an over-duelated squad. I really believe it. But we need to get in players. When you look at teams like Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, before they sell, they first bring in a player and they sell. Reason being, if at all you sell fast and get in that money, they'll know that you are desperate to get in that player. So what you have to first do is get in a player you think is going to be a replacement to the player you want to sell. Then you do the selling. even when you are selling that player, the team where you're selling him to won't really take you for granted and negotiate you down. That's what business is all about, transfer business. And Ronaldo is so much worried about United having had a poor season and we are not making any signings. Now, David Austin continued to say Ronaldo wants Manchester United to be competitive at the highest level and is said to want the club to match his ambition by adding quality to the squad. Obviously, United needs quality in there for you. And when he talks about quality, he really needs good players around him. Because Ronaldo knows that with quality, he's going to function and he can score 40 goals. Ronaldo might not be wanting to go to play into the Champions League if at all United brings in players that are really going to make him sure that he outscores everyone in the world. Because for him, he wants to be the headline. Ronaldo wants to be a winner. Game in, game out. When he steps on the field of play, his option is winning. He never steps on the field of play with an option of a loss. Ronaldo doesn't. That's not him, and that winning mentality is what United have failed to understand to really facilitate Ronaldo with what he wants. But it's believed that Ronaldo is doing this to frustrate the board to go in and bring the signings that he wants. But on the other side, flipping the coin, on the other side of the coin, you might understand that Ronaldo might be wanting to play the Champions League. He can't see himself play outside the Champions League. And the unconvincing transfer window that United is having is really seeing Ronaldo out of this. Because Ronaldo can tell them, if I told you bring in players I want, I can stay here and even trigger my other year because he's going to be 38 by the end of next season. And Ronaldo can be here if I told you United has really built a very convincing project that is going to win the Champions League. That can say Ronaldo stay. That's what Ronaldo wants to say at Manchester United. But today morning, Fabrizio Romano has come and said, transfer windows still long. Things can change, but Manchester United are clear on Cristiano Ronaldo. He is considered not for sale. No talks now ongoing to sell him. United and Erickson Snub both want Cristiano to stay and expect him to be part of the team. United wants Ronaldo to stay. Obviously, no one would like Ronaldo to leave. I also don't want Ronaldo to leave because I know he really has lots of things that United is lacking, and the leadership of Ronaldo is needed at Manchester United. And emulating these young players like the Elangas, Garnachos, Shorateye, Amad Diallo, James Garner, Jadon Sancho, they really need to be playing around this man to really see to it that I'm playing with one of the best in the world. Arguably, the world is best of all time. How did he make it? You share audience with Ronaldo and will tell you, all right, don't do this, do A, B, C, D, because he has made it and he has answers to the questions that these young lads really have. Then Mulak Miller has really come out and told us he's a chief football writer for the Sunday Mirror. In there, he has said Manchester United have told Ronaldo that he's not for sale. You get? He's not for sale. High-level sources at Manchester United have made it clear that Cristiano Ronaldo is going nowhere and that Erickson Snub has already included him in his plans for next season in there for you. But things can change. Things can change. This is not an ultimatum. Things can change in there for you. So that is what Moloch Mirror has come out and really told us in there. He reports for the Daily Mirror in there for his Sunday Mirror. He's known as Simon Moloch in there for you. And he says they have Ronaldo into their plans. But even if you have him into their plans and Ronaldo says, I'm going, you cannot tell him to stay. The same thing happened at Juventus. He told them, I'm going. Even after playing like 3 games of the season, in the start of the season, he played 3 games, he scored some goals, and he told them, I'm going, I'm leaving. That is Ronaldo for you. You get? When he comes in and he doesn't really achieve what he wants, obviously, he creates space for himself and leaves. That is Cristiano Ronaldo in there for you as things are standing in there for you. Then we have another story. Christian Eriksen is believed to have turned down a move to Manchester United. That is TalkSport. I really came out yesterday and they said that it was close. So Christian Eriksen and Manchester United is not yet, if it's a ship, it has not yet stabilized. The storm is trying to shake it left and right. So you get, it's trying to get stabilization. Now, the battle is between Brentford and Manchester United, but this shows you how much United has fallen. Eriksen snubbed us way back when even Sir Alex Ferguson was still a manager of Manchester United, when he came in and started playing for a side which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur. Then, after all that, even when we wanted him, when he was fed up of Tottenham Hotspur, he snubbed United and went to Inter Milan. That's where he went, played in the Euros, and he really got a cardiac arrest, and he went to hospital. On his return, he trained with Boavista in Portugal. Then he trained with Ajax, with Erik ten Hag. He returned to Brentford. They gave him a 6-year contract, and he played very well, and he's back up and running. But United have the best offer for him. But why is Christian Eriksen taking this long to make a decision to come at Manchester United? That is something that we need to come out and question about. There is lots of things that United needs to unfold and really know what's wrong and what's hindering players, even those on a free transfer that are good enough to come in at our club. Erickson is negotiating. Erickson is still weighing between Manchester United and Brentford. Where in the world could this be? It shows you how much we've dropped off. If United were the United we knew way back, Christian Eriksen would be running to us. To come and play the game of football. But he is still there with his family trying to weigh in between Manchester United and Brentford. I saw a story being run on social media that Erickson wants to be into a team that's going to give him regular football because he wants to go and play in Qatar. Trust me, which team has ever dropped its captain while going to the World Cup? Erickson is undroppable at Denmark. He's undroppable and untouchable. He's the captain. He's the reason as to why Denmark is where it is. If at all Erickson ever got that cardiac arrest, you never know. Denmark would have beaten England in the semi-final because Erickson is the magic. He unleashes magic. He does the unexpected. He's really so much good to an extent that you don't need to miss out on a player like Erickson into your team. So to me, I really believe that Erickson to Manchester United is really pending, but I really believe that Erik ten Hag will convince him to come in and play at Manchester United because we need him. Yesterday I was doing that story and told you that no player at Manchester United matches Erickson. That's why I told you that way back it looked like something bad, all passing eyes through Bruno. But when I was doing my combined 11 of Arsenal versus Manchester United, I really preferred Odegaard over Bruno Fernandes. Do you know why? The reason as to why Bruno Fernandes comes to the field of play is to give us control of the game. But we don't control the game because of Bruno. You get? And Odegaard does it better at Arsenal. And nobody at Manchester United does it better than a player who goes by the names of Erickson. Let no one lie to you. Erickson controls the game and he really gives us the tempo we want. And if at all he finds himself in the midfield with De Jong, oh my God, you'll see United dominating. Even when you're playing teams like Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, he is going to dominate the midfield. If at all you're having a Sangare, a central defensive midfielder, and we are playing a 4-3-3, and in the midfield three we are having Sangare, De Jong, and Erickson, you'll tell me, we just pray to the Lord that he gives us a gift of life. Erickson comes to Manchester United, we bring in De Jong, and we bring in Sangare or another CDM at United. My dear, my goodness, you're going to see how magic unfolds at Manchester United. We are going to control midfields like never before on teams like Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, because we have the gum and magic in there for you of Erickson and De Jong. You get? Then we continue to have more stories about Erickson. TalkSport says United have offered a contract to Erickson, although it's believed to have turned down a move to Old Trafford. Oh my God. That's what we've been talking about. Then we continue playing with Erickson, playing with De Jong would represent an attraction for Erickson to join Manchester United. And I think that's why Erik ten Hag wants United to go in and bring De Jong first, because De Jong is a statement signing. When you get in De Jong, you'll use it as a negotiation bait. You'll tell every player that, you see, De Jong is here. De Jong is here. You're going to be playing alongside De Jong. And De Jong is a very good player. You get? I think that's what Eriksen did as his transfer plan. That as he came to Manchester United, he was talking to De Jong and told him, please, Barcelona no longer need my services. What can we do? He told him, please, you're going to Manchester United. If they can agree a deal with a team which goes by the names of Barcelona, then you can have me in here. So that's what Eriksen is doing. And it has just come in my mind. I thank the Holy Spirit. It has just come in my mind that United and Eriksen want to use De Jong as a transfer bait to get other players in. Because when you have in a De Jong, you can easily attract any midfielder, because De Jong is one of the best midfielders in the world. The stats show he's the best dribbler, carrying the ball forward in the final third of the opponent. No one beats him. Everyone would like to be playing alongside De Jong. Even when De Jong comes, Ronaldo will say, all right, a signing has come in that is really going to make a season better. And when De Jong comes in, De Jong is like a beautiful flower that attracts bees to come and pollinate it. So that is Frankie De Jong for you here at Manchester United in there for you. Then we go to the De Jong story that most of us have been waiting in there for you. De Jong transfer to Manchester United, nearly there. Then we have Luisio Masako, director at the Sport in there for you. He has come out and said Frankie De Jong to Manchester United is a matter of hours. Indeed, because they have less than 30th July. TalkSport coming out and saying Manchester United are aiming to complete the signing of Frankie De Jong by June 30th. United are close to agreeing a fee in the region of £68 million in there for you. Why is it July 30th? That's when it's supposed to submit its things with the La Liga, especially concerning their finances and their players. And they told Barcelona, however much you sold your rights to a company in 25% of your rights, broadcasting rights, to a company in the United States of America, for you to conduct business, to bring in players, you have to show us that you've got some footballing money, like selling your players, and you get an exchange for money. Sell De Jong, get an exchange for money, and then the rest will be okay in there for you. So 30th June is the deadline. Today is 26th. How many days to go? How many days to go? That is 26th. And how many days to go? How many days are we left with? We are left with 4 days. 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. So by 30th June, this deal should be done, and United are agreeing a fee in a region of £68 million in there for you. Then we are having James Robson. He's a Manchester United correspondent for Goal. He came out and said United are closing in on an agreement with Barcelona for top transfer target Frankie De Jong. There is growing confidence that a deal will be reached at a compromised fee of about £69 million or 85 million US dollars with add-ons. TalkSport, we are saying 68. James Robson is saying 69. That means there is a slight difference of just £1 million. So you see to it that it's connecting in there for you. So United are closing in on a deal in there for you, because Barcelona have to sell this player by 30th, before 30th June. So they get in that money, and then everything will be done. With an agreement is yet to be officially reached with Barcelona for Frankie De Jong, sources close to negotiations say talks have advanced. That is James Robson in there for you, continuing to get us an update on this deal. Of a player who goes by the names of Frankie De Jong to Manchester United in there for you. Lots of news are coming in on De Jong. And then this is James Northcote, Jonathan Northcote, Sunday Times football correspondent, and he does it for the Times. He said a deal for Frankie De Jong at 80 million euros would involve a lower initial payment from Manchester United plus achievable add-ons, which are likely to be spread over several seasons in there for you. So what was lagging this deal behind was the add-ons. The add-ons and how they're going to be paid. Because Barcelona want 85 million euros, and they're saying that United are going to pay 80 million euros. 80 million euros not at once. That means United will go in and bring in an initial deposit or an upfront fee of close to 70 million euros, or 65 million euros. Then add-ons will go in season after season. And I don't believe that Barcelona will go in and accommodate a clause that United always put in contracts of every player they sign, that if at all he wins a Ballon d'Or, will give you £5 million. It has been indicated in very many contracts. Anton Martial coming to Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, which other player? Very many players. But many teams have really rejected that clause in there for you, and United did it way back on Anton Martial because his prospect was way high. His ceiling was way high in there for you, and his trajectory was really going up in there for you and not depreciating. But he never really reached the maximum expect him to be. Though he's still 26, we expect lots of things to come in through and change. Then he continued to say that is sorry for that. Jonathan Northcote, he continued to say that Manchester United are ready to increase their offer for Frankie De Jong to about 80 million euros. The signals are that Barcelona may be willing to do a deal at such a price, who have been holding out for a fee of 85 million euros, but are keen to conclude the transfer before Thursday. Thursday is 30th June. That's why they're saying the deal should be completed before Thursday, and that's make the deal close in here for you onto Rogani Media Football in there for onto the Manchester United Matters channel. While 80 million euros represent a very significant chunk of Manchester United's transfer budget, Ten Hag regards De Jong as worth it. It's over. What will the board tell us? What will the board tell us? Ten Hag, a man who wants the player and he's responsible for the aftercomings of him signing De Jong, has told the board, to me, I regard the 80 million euros as worth for De Jong. Go and bring it. Get me that player. Get me that player here at Manchester United. Get 85 million euros. Junk it in there for you. You see it as a significant chunk of money, but for me, I want that player. That's the player that Erik ten Hag wants. And he has told them, get me that player without further ado. United, do you have anything to tell him? He knows the budget, even if it's 120 million pounds. That means United have spent 70 million pounds, and they're only left with, let me check here, a moment, euros to pounds. 85, all right, it's 73. That means you're left with 50 million pounds. 50 million pounds left. He will fumble. Because to me, I will believe that. People are over-exaggerating that United needs very many players. We don't need very many players on the start. We don't need very many players on the start. Erik ten Hag, if at all he gets De Jong, he gets Erickson and gets in a central defender and maybe Anthony, then we will be good to go. And that shows you, that implies that United will go in and sell Eric Bay, Phil Jones, you get maybe Antoine Zepe. All those three players can get us close to 30 million pounds. 30 million pounds can help us really go and negotiate a deal for a central defender. Then the 50 million pounds can go in and bring in Anthony from Ajax. After bringing Anthony from Ajax, get in Erickson on a free. Stay with Ronaldo and Anton Martial to lead your line for this season. And United will be good to go. And the central defensive midfielder or the central midfielder to do the holding role at Manchester United. We don't need very many players, by the way. And I think that's why Erik ten Hag is really telling the board, it's okay to pay 85 million euros for Frankie De Jong. Get me that player because I really need him and he's going to be the pivot of my team. My team is going to rotate on him because he has what other people don't have. And people don't know the reason as to why Erik ten Hag wants De Jong. Let me show you the reason as to why he wants him. You might not be knowing. You might not be knowing this, but he is really a dribbler and is the best dribbler in the world right about now. Now, Jonathan Northcote said once Frank De Jong is secured, then a series of further arrivals at Manchester United is expected. you now know why Frank De Jong is key to the system of Erik ten Hag. No transfer is going to be completed at Manchester United before De Jong is accomplished. Trust me, Erik ten Hag wants De Jong first because he knows he is going to be the glue of the team. The engine room of Manchester United is going to be given life by De Jong. He is something that Erik ten Hag wants. He's press resistant. He's going to be the reference in the midfield. He can carry that ball through the midfield. He finds lots of passes. Has a long pass on him, short pass on him. Otherwise, he is the modern Paul Scholes. Because Scholes used to do all that. He could carry the ball through the midfield, short pass, control the game. That's why Ferguson re-signed him in 2012. You know that very well. He re-signed him in 2012 January. You get? And we went ahead to beat Liverpool in the FA Cup. It was a shocker that Paul Scholes was included into the squad of Manchester United. So that's why Erik ten Hag needs a player who goes by the names of Frankie De Jong. So we wait and see. Gerard Romero is expected to bring out updates on Frankie De Jong. Remember, he's the man who broke this story. Until now, he is really ready to let us know what has really transpired so far on the De Jong story in there for you. Keep it Manchester United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share your reactions to Malacia going to Olympic Lyon. That was a United target, 15 million euros, and United failed to get that player. Secondly, Eriksen snubbing Manchester United. It's rumored by TalkSport that a contract offered to him by Manchester United has been rejected. Thirdly, we talk about Cristiano Ronaldo being offered to Chelsea again. Remember, a story was that he was being offered to Bayern Munich and Bayern Munich said no. And then De Jong, close to Manchester United than never before. The negotiations have reached the final stages, and anytime from now, you are going to hear the big story of him coming to Manchester United. Guys, thank you for watching in. I sign out for now. See you later. I think very soon I'm going to be back because Gerard Moreno promised to come in and will let us know De Jong update after update. And this is what the Manchester United channel is all about. That's why I call it the action-packed show, because it always has variety. I bring the story, I give you my opinion, and I welcome your opinions in the comment section below. I'm out. See you later, my mates.